Sweet. All right, now we're live. Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. New? If they're new for you, yeah, you can use them. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Bilal. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do this with our profit coaching programs and our tax planning system. We are in tax planning time right now. And truthfully, tax planning is not just for 24, it's for 25 and beyond. So it's much more intense than that. It takes a little bit more time. Look, I'm going to jump into what we were going to talk about today. And I called it, it's not a sale until the money's in the bank, which is the way I look at it. They were more, the title that we put on it was Stop Chasing Receivables or something like that. But look, a recent study found that half of small businesses are having trouble collecting receivables. During good times, this is an annoyance. During bad times, it's often a path to an appointment with a bankruptcy attorney. Collecting receivables requires a plan and a system that addresses collection both before and after the sale is complete. It is something that doesn't happen by accident. Okay. And truthfully, like I talked about earlier in an earlier video, best way is don't have receivables, which I'm slowly heading towards, quickly heading towards actually. Okay. So what do? Well, before the sale is complete, you should review the customer's ability to pay. Big companies use credit reports, but for most small companies, the easiest method is to require a down payment from any customer who doesn't have a track record with you. Truthfully, I would say a down payment for any order. All right. How they handle a down payment is going to be a good indication of their payment ability. Plus, the down payment lessens your exposure, recovers your cost, and speeds up your cash flow. Talked about that in a prior video. Make sure that your product has value to the customer that is equal to or preferably higher than the price that the customer is willing to pay. This is one of the top reasons for slow pay or non-payment. We've all fell victim to the slick salesperson who gets us to buy something that we later regret. The customer usually gets even by slow paying or refusing to pay. Offer incentives for prepaying. I'm not a fan of discounting. But this can be a discount. But I would rather offer some sort of bonus service of some sort or bonus product of some sort that actually increases the value to the customer if they pay early. If possible, don't deliver without receiving payment. If possible. Not every industry this is possible. At a bare minimum, review your payment terms with the customer so they know. The goal is to eliminate the excuse that they didn't know when the payment was due. Keep an eye out for clues that something has changed in the customer's financial ability between the order date and the delivery date. When I was at Coca-Cola, we had a couple of large chain stores that went bankrupt. And one we got caught on. We didn't really see the signs coming, though should have. When I was sitting there, I just hadn't gotten there long enough to work with the sales department and tell them what to look for. The second one we saw in advance and we stopped them. They got mad at us, but they filed bankruptcy a month later, which saved us $250,000 not having our product on their floor and fighting with a bankruptcy attorney to get it back. Fifth, invoice quicker. Don't wait until the end of the month. And invoices the work as soon as it is completed or delivered. All right. That's the 5 things to do before. Now, there's some things to do after the sale is complete. You should, at every step of the collection process, remember to stress the value that the customer received. Never stop selling. Remind them the value you brought to them. So you want to keep that up through every call. All right. Doing tax planning. Hey, I'd love to help you next year too. This is to make sure you don't pay more tax than you're legally required to. You'd pay my bill. And we're moving away from that. Call shortly after the sale to make sure they're happy with the purchase. You are still stressing the value of the product or the service they received. If you can't call all of your customers, you should at least call the largest ones and maybe a sample of the smaller ones. All right. This is a great time to upsell to the next level or sell add-on products. So build that into your system. Number 3, have a system that includes some combination of calls and letters that automatically go out to any account that is past due. This is key. All right. I've taken over when I was at Coca-Cola. I took it over when I had huge receivable problems, turned it over a couple times to subordinates who let it fall through. This is something that the person in charge, I wasn't the owner, but most of my clients, you're the owner. You are responsible for this. So you need to stay on top of it. But that doesn't mean you need to do the work. You just need to have a system in place. Okay. The squeaky wheel does get paid. So squeak loudly. Of course, remain polite, but keep stressing the value of what they received. At a certain point, 60, 90, 120 days after the sale, faster the better. The older a receivable, the less likely you're going to collect it all. The owner should make it a point to call. Make sure the customer really feels they receive value. If not, the customer should try to fix the problem. This may be your last chance to save the customer. I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen when I was at Coca-Cola, when it was, millions of dollars in receivables, where they were just upset. And it was something we could easily fix and get the bill paid. Yeah, hey, get rid of the bill. The lifetime value of a customer, if you're arguing over $1,000 bill or a $5,000 bill, and their lifetime value, if they stay with you for the next 10 years, is 20, 30, 50, 100,000, $200,000 worth of profit or more. Um, really? Put yourself in their shoes, try to figure out what went wrong, promise them to fix it. If there is no problem, the second thing then is to ask for payment. If they can't pay, the owner should say, "You are a valued customer and would like to help you by offering a payment schedule." That's an important step right there. You're a valued customer. I'd like to help you by offering some way to pay this on a monthly. And I like to do that where I'm saying, all right, I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm running a business and making sure that you get the, customers like you, valued customer, get the service and that you need. So I'm going to put this on an ACH, either charge a credit card or an ACH draft from the bank every week, every 2 weeks, every month, whatever it takes to get it caught up. If all else fails, I recommend write off the balance and forget about the customer. Don't waste any additional time and money suing them. Matter of fact, talk to most attorneys and they'll tell you a lot of lawsuits happen because somebody sued for fees or for a collection. They weren't going to do anything. They were unhappy with what happened, but you sued them, and well, now they're pissed, excuse me, and they're going to countersue. All right. It just don't waste any more additional time and money on it. Okay. Your time would be much better used learning what went wrong in your sales and collection process and getting better customers who value what you're providing and are willing and able to pay. All right. So, some homework, action tips. Using the list above, review your current system and determine where you can make improvements. Document your new system, review the new system with your sales team, and set up a time each week to call anyone who is past due by even one day. Be the squeaky wheel. All right. Remember, it is not a sale until the money's in the bank. Hey, until next time, sorry about that. Until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. It's Thursday already, hard to believe, December 5th. Crazy, Christmas in 20 days. Wow. Anyways, um, let's make sure you do let's make sure you have a great weekend, and God bless. See you in church. Have a great day. Thank you.